As promised, in today's video, I'll be talking to you about the brand new theme editor available with the WordPress 2022 theme. And more specifically, I'll be talking about the differences between template parts and templates, how you can work with the existing template parts and templates provided by the 2022 theme, but also how you can create your own custom template parts and templates and how to apply them onto your website. And finally, we'll be talking about the brand new styles editor as well. So basically, in other words, if you like to work with the brand new 2022 theme, but you're kind of confused about the new layout, you're not sure what template parts are, how to create your own templates, how to work with them, hopefully this video will help clear all the confusion and get you started with the 2022 theme. But before we get into today's video, if you enjoy videos like this, please be sure to smash that like button. That will support me in so many ways. Thank you so much for your support. If you're brand new to the channel or you've been here before and you haven't yet subscribed, please do subscribe and hit the bell so that you're notified whenever I upload a new tutorial. So with all that being said, let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it. Alright, so I'm going to assume you've already activated the WordPress theme 2022. You can see this is mine right here. Let's go to the editor. And the first thing I'm going to do right here is where you have home, I'm going to click on the drop down arrow and I'm going to go over to browse all templates. And in here, you can see all the templates we have. And in case you don't know what a template is, let me just explain to you what it is. Think of a template as a structure that basically indicates what content will be displayed on a particular page and also how that content will be displayed. The best example I can give you here is the single post template, right? If I click on this link, right here, you can see we have basically the header that has the logo and then the menu. And then you can see the post title will be displayed right here. The featured image will be displayed just beneath the post title. We then have the post content, as you can see, and then below the post content, we will have information like the post date, the author of the post, the terms of the post like tags, categories, and so on. And then beneath that, we're going to have some space with a line, and then we'll have the comments section. Now take a look at this. This is the actual post for visiting a Buddhist temple. And right now you can see we have the header, we have the title of the post, the featured image, we have the content of the post, and then down here you can see again we have the date the post was published, the author's email address, and then the category of the post, and of course beneath it we have the comments section. So the information you're seeing right here on my post is indicated or determined by this template for the single post. Let's go back to browse all templates. Down here, you can see we have other ones like the page. This would be for your pages. You have the search template. So if anybody uses the search bar on your website, they press enter. The page that will be displayed with the search results will be determined by the search template in here. You have the index, which is used for displaying your post, basically your blog page template. And then, of course, up here you have for the archive, and then you have for the home. Now, home is a very, very interesting template. This is the template that will display your site's home page or the post page if you've not set a static home page. What am I talking about? Remember, in your regular WordPress settings under reading, by default, WordPress will display your latest posts. So if you stick with this default choice, this template right here, the home template, is the one that you can edit to customize your homepage as much as you want. But then if you go over here and then you choose your own static page for the home page and then the post page, then this particular template will no longer apply. The home template here will not apply. So keep that in mind. Let me go ahead and close this. So that's it for templates. Now, you might be wondering, what about page no separators, single post no separators? To be honest with you, I don't exactly know what these templates are for, but the truth is you're likely not going to need them. I've been building websites for many, many years now, and trust me when I say that you're not going to need these kinds of templates, okay? At best, you might want to create your own custom template, and you can make use of the blank template right here. We'll create that in just a second, but let's talk about template parts. What exactly are these? Now, if I click in here, we have templates for the header, dark large, header dark small, and then footer. Just like with your templates, I don't know what header dark large is or header dark small. I guess these are variants of the actual main header template, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and click on header. So right here, you can see this is basically the template for the header. We don't have a logo set just yet. So let me actually make a change in here. I'm going to click in here. Okay, add our site logo. And let me choose this one right here, explore the world. Let's select that one. So we have our logo. I'm going to go ahead now and also change the menu in here. Select menu. And I'm going to go with main menu. So good, we have our header we designed. Let me just go ahead now, save. Now, this is very, very important. Okay, whenever you're saving, look at this. It says this change will affect your whole site, logo, and then header. The reason why this is going to affect the whole site is because your logo, your site logo typically will be displayed across your website. So whenever you make a change to the site logo on any template that's using the logo, it's going to affect the logo universally across your website. Because again, the logo is used throughout your website. So if for some reason you didn't want that to happen, you wanted to have like a custom logo for a particular page, right here you would uncheck this box. Okay, so this change will not apply universally. It would only apply on that particular template part or template that you're working on. But I want to use this logo across my website, so I'm going to go ahead now, save this, okay, and there you go. So we've just customized our header, but let me go back. What exactly is a template part? What is the difference between a template part and your regular template? Template parts are basically blocks of content that you can use on your template. The thing is this, okay? If I was to go back to my templates in here and I went to, let's say, page, okay? And I click in here. Here's the thing. Our pages typically would use the header and then the footer. And you can even see right here, it says areas, header and footer. The reason why your header and footer are template parts is because you're typically going to reuse them across your entire website. Whether you're on a page, on your front page, or on a post page, or on a search page, you're going to have a header and a footer. That's why they're called template parts. The whole idea behind a template part is that these are blocks of content that you can reuse across your website over and over again. So if there's a particular section, let's actually even just do this, okay? Let's go ahead now and add our own custom template part. So I'm going to click on add new right here, and I'm going to go ahead now and create a sidebar. Sidebars are very, very useful because you can use sidebars across our website, either on the blog page, the single post page, even on our home page, and so on. So I've chosen the name sidebar, and now we have 3 different areas. Do you want to make it general, where you can display anywhere, or would it be tied to your header or your footer? I'm going to stick with general. Let's click on create, and there you go. So now let's actually create the content for our sidebar. Let's go ahead now and add under widgets. Typically, what would you have in your sidebar? Let's go with the search. Okay, the search button. So we have it right here, search block. I'm going to add that one. Let's also add the categories. Okay, so we have categories in here. Let me display this as a drop down. Okay, should we show the post counts? Okay, let's also show post count. And last but not least, let's add some social media icons. Let's go back in here. I think it should be under widgets. Yep, we have social icons. Let's add those. Let's click on the plus right here to add Facebook. I'm going to add 2 more. Okay, let's just add Reddit, and last one, let's add YouTube. Let me go to Facebook label. Let's just add something in here like Facebook advanced. We don't need to work with advanced. Let me just keep the link label in here, Facebook, and then Reddit as well. Let me just add Reddit. And then YouTube label, let's just add YouTube, okay? All right. So that's it for the sidebar. Let me go ahead now and save this. So again, it's saying, hey, you want to make these changes to the sidebar? Yes. I'm going to go ahead now and save that. Now, check this out. How are we going to make use of our template part called sidebar? Let's go back again to browse all general. Now you will notice in here that we have the new template called sidebar, and of course it's added by me. Also, notice that with header, you have this blue dot right here. This indicates that this particular template part has been customized. Remember, we added the site logo, and we also chose the main menu. Now, if for some reason you wanted to reset all the changes you've made to a particular template part, right here where you have the actions, just click in there, and then you can clear all customizations if you wanted to. But how would we apply this template part that we've created? Let's go back to our templates, and I'm going to apply this in this single post template because we want to have a sidebar on our single post. I'm going to click inside in here, okay? And what I'm going to do is this, okay? Right here, what I plan to do is to create two columns. One column on the left will have the post title, the featured image, the post content, and so on, as well as the more information about the post, and then the comments section. In fact, let me show you an example. Let me drag this site right here. Now you can see we have the post, how to reduce server response, and then we have the post content on the left. Let me just scroll all the way down here. It's a lot of content on this page. And of course, at the bottom, you can see we do have the comments section. But then up here, we have this sidebar on the right where you have the picture of the author, a little bit about the author, and then more links to other guides. So something similar, okay? Here's the thing though, to edit the existing template is a little bit difficult when you want to begin adding a new column for the sidebar and so on. However, I do like this structure where you have the post title, the featured image, content, and then the rest of the data. So here's exactly what I'm going to do. Check this out, all right? I'm going to go over to my list view, which you should use, by the way, because it's awesome. What I want to do here is this, okay? I'm going to grab this group that basically has everything for the post. You can see it has the post title, the image, all the way down here to the post comments, okay? I'm going to grab this group, click on the options button in here, and I'm going to say make template part. I'm going to click in there, and now let's call this the post content area part, okay? So I'm going to click on create, and there you go. So now we have two custom template parts we've created. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm simply going to go ahead now and remove the template part completely. Okay, so all we have left right now is the header and the footer. Now let's create our own custom structure. I'm going to go right here where you have the space between the header and the footer. We have the plus button at block. I'm going to click in there. Let's go to browse all. And of course, I'm now going to come in here and add columns. Let's choose the 70-30. I think that's kind of like a very, very good ratio. So let's choose that one, 70-30. And of course, inside the very first column, we're going to add the template part that we just created, which was the post content area. Let's go to browse all, scroll all the way down here to where you have theme, and you will see template part. You click in there. Let's go to choose existing, choose existing again. And then right here, you can see the post content area we just created. I'm going to click in there. And now you see we have the post content area. And then on the right, let's go back in there, go back to template part, choose existing. And of course, we're going to now choose the sidebar template part we created earlier. And there you go. I'm going to go ahead now, save this. Again, it's saying, hey, this will affect the single post template. Yes, let's save that. And now check this out. This was the initial custom single post template for 2022 theme. But now if I go ahead now and refresh the page, now you can see we now have the templates content, the post content area on the left. And then on the right, we now have the search bar as well as the categories. Oh, the social media icons didn't show because we didn't add the actual links to them. But anyways, you can see right now that our new customized single post template with the sidebar on the right and the post content area on the left is now being used on our website. In fact, let's go back to articles. Let's go back to the homepage rather, and let's choose a different post. So 4 days in St. Petersburg. I'm going to click in there, and now you can see it's the exact same format. We have the post title, the featured image, but then the sidebar remains the same. And there you go. So if I go back in here, let's go back to template parts. And I was to go to template parts, let's go to the sidebar. And if I was to make a change in here, say for example, let's add a new block. Let's add an image as for example, go to media library, and let's choose this image right here. Select. So we have this image. I'm gonna go ahead now, save. And now, of course, if I was to go back to any one of my posts, refresh the page, now you can see we have the image right there. Let's go to another post, Rainbow Mountain as an example. You can see you now have the new image in there as well. So whenever you make changes to your template parts, those same changes will be reflected across every page or post that's using that actual template part. So that's exactly how to work with your template parts. So now that I've shown you how to edit the single post template for your WordPress theme 2022, should in case you want to make further changes, or maybe you wanted to create a completely new kind of template for your blog page or your post and so on, let me just talk very briefly about some new blocks that we now have with the 2022 theme. You pretty much have every kind of block that you would need. For example, you have the navigation block right here. You have your post lists, you have your query loop. This would of course be used to display posts on your page. But then right here, you have blocks specifically for your posts. You have the post title, the excerpt, the featured image, the content, author, post date, tags, categories, and so on. You have for the post comments as well. And then at the bottom, you would also have the blocks for your next post or the previous post. So you pretty much have every block at your disposal for creating your custom templates for your single posts and even for your blog page as well. So I would highly encourage you to try it out. You can create a brand new template and then try to make use of these blocks. But how exactly would you create your own custom page template? What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to browse all templates. So right here we have the blank template. Okay, this is the one we can use for our own custom purposes. So I'm going to click on blank right here. And by default, you will have the post content for that page. But what I'm going to do right now is let me just go ahead and remove this. Okay, so we have basically a fresh template. So we have absolutely nothing in here. So here's exactly what I'm going to do. First of all, I am going to add some custom text. All right, so let's add a paragraph. Okay. And I'm going to say this is the custom page template. And right here, let's go with size 4. Let's add some color. Let's make it red. Okay. All right. Now, beneath this, I'm going to add the title of the page. So I'm going to choose the post title. Okay. And then I'm also going to add just beneath the post title, I am going to add another block, and this block is going to be the post content, which will be the content area for the post, and it is right here, post content. Okay, let's go ahead now, save this. All right, let's save. And now when you click back up here, you will have the option to change the name of the template. So let's go from blank to, let's just call this one the custom page template. All right, and now I'm going to go back and save this change, and there you go. So if we go back to browse all templates, now you can see we have custom page template as our new template. let's go back to dashboard and let me show you how you would use the templates. Let's go to pages. Let me add a new page, and let's call this one, I don't know, facts, okay? Just as an example, okay, facts. Let's add some text in here, okay? Just some gibberish text, yada, 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 yada. Let's add an image as well, image, media library, and let's add this image right there. Now, before I publish this particular page, I would like to use the custom page template. How would we set it? Right here, you're going to click on page. So you choose page, and then right here where you have template, default template, you click in there, and now you have the custom page template. I'm going to choose that template, hit publish, publish one more time. Now if I view the page, now you can see our template in action. We have the red custom text, the title of the page, and then of course the post content area. But you would notice though, or you may not have noticed, there is no header or footer. That is because we did not add those template parts to our custom page template. So please keep that in mind. Whenever you're working with custom page templates and you want to have the header and footer, make sure you add them. So let's go back in here, go back to browse all templates, custom page templates. So what I'm going to do is very simply is to click on plus right here. Let's go to template parts, choose existing, and of course I'm going to go with the header. All right, but of course I'm going to move this up. So let's move this all the way to the top. So we have the header, and of course at the bottom right here we're going to add the footer. Choose existing, footer, save again. Alrighty, so now if we go back to the dashboard, let's go back to the pages. Where is it? Facts. Let's view the facts page, and there you go. So now we have the header, and down here we have the footer. So this is how you can create your own custom page templates and apply them on your pages. Now, the only unfortunate thing here is that you don't have the ability to create as many custom page templates as you want. The 2022 theme only offers you the blank template, which you can work with just once. However, if for some reason you wanted to create additional page templates, I would recommend that you can simply come in here and make a change to the page no separators template, or the page large header template as an example. So you can come in here, and I'm just going to go ahead now and add just something very, very random. Add an image. Let's go to media library, add this image right there, select. So let me go ahead now, save this one, save. And now again, if I was to go ahead and edit this same facts page, I go back in here to templates. Now you can see we have the page large header. I'm going to click in there, update. Let's view the page. And now you can see we have the actual template that we just edited. So I would recommend that you make use of this, like these ones, the page large header, the page no separators, and even the single post no separators, because if you notice, you cannot use the other templates like the archive template, the single post template, the search template. You can't use them on your pages. You only have access to the default template, the page large header template, the blank template, which we renamed as the custom page template, and then the page separator. So what I'm saying here is, if for some reason you wanted to create additional custom page templates for other kinds of pages, you'll only be able to do so with the blank template, the page no separators template, and then the page large header templates. Hopefully in the future, the 2022 theme will be flexible enough for us to create as many custom page templates as possible. The last thing to talk about is going to be the new styles editor. And to access that, you will find it up here. You'll have the styles button. You click in there. And what's interesting here is that you'll have access to three main sections. You have the typography, colors, and layout. Typography is pretty self-explanatory. In here, you can configure the typography for your text as well as links. You click on text, for example, and you can choose the size, the font family, the line height, as well as the appearance. The one downside though is that it appears you can only choose 2 different kinds of fonts. You have the Sans Serif Pro and then the system font. Maybe this is something that I've missed, I don't know, but I've searched all the documentation for the 2022 theme and I don't see where you can add additional fonts, which is kind of strange. Maybe in a future upgrade or update, we might have more font families available. But that's it for the text, and the same applies for the links as well. You can change the font family, size, line height, appearance. And then for the colors, you will have a color palette in here, and then you can also add colors for your background, for example. So you can change that to green. You can see my background right now is in green. You have the gradient colors in here as well. You have for the text, so you can change the text color from the default black to, let's say, white as an example. And of course, you have the same for links as well. If you're interested in creating your own custom palette, right here, where you have the number of colors, you click in there, and then down here, you will have access to custom. Click on the plus button, and let's just add a few colors. So I'm going to add this one. Go back in here, add a plus. Let's change the color to green, and let me just add one more. Something bluish, and there you go. And of course, you can change the name. Simply click inside in here, and then you can simply change the name to, you know, whatever name you want to provide them. And then once you're done, you simply click on done right here, and then you'll have access to your custom palette of colors. Last but not least, we do have the layout, which is a little bit limited because all you can do here essentially is to change the padding of your layout. And in all honesty, I don't think you would ever need to change the padding in here. If you're going to be changing any sort of patterns on your page, it's better you do so directly from your block editor. And finally, you can actually customize the appearance of specific blocks on your site as well. So right here where you have blocks, you click in there, and now right here, you can customize any kind of block you want. So say, for example, I wanted to customize my heading block. I'll click on heading. Right here, I have access to typography where, again, I can change the size, the line height, the letter spacing, and so on. Same goes for the colors as well, and so on. One thing you should keep in mind, though, is that depending on the block that you choose, you may have access to maybe one section or maybe more. For example, like with the column block, you don't have access to typography because by default, columns will not display text. They're only used for containing other blocks. So as such, you will have colors where you can add the background color. You will have layout where you can change the pattern for your columns and so on. But then if you chose a different kind of block, let's say, for example, the post except by default will display text because it's the except of the post. So now you will have access to typography where you can change the size, line height, and so on for your post except. So the styles editor is still work in progress. You can see it says beta. Maybe in a future update, which hopefully will come very, very soon, we'll have access to more things that we can customize with the styles editor. And finally, of course, if for some reason you wanted to reset all the changes you've made to your styles editor, right here where you have this button, you click in there, and then you can simply reset back to the defaults, and that will clear all the custom, all the custom changes that you've made in the styles editor. So that's it for today's video. Hopefully you now have a much better understanding of the template parts and templates and the brand new styles editor with the 2022 theme. If you enjoyed today's video or you found it useful, please be sure to smash that like button. That will support me a lot. Share the video with anyone who may feel might benefit from it. If you have any comments or questions, of course, put them down in the comment section below. I'll do my best to answer them as soon as I can. And of course, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe and hit the bell so they're notified whenever I upload a new tutorial. Thank you so much. My name is Alex. It's been a pleasure. I'll talk to you next time. Cheers.